Yeah.
It's St. Patty's Day. Hey, DJ, have ya? Glad to have ya. Potatoes. Drive the snakes. Snakes out of town.
I feel like river dancing here.
Yeah, let's river dance.
Little Michael Flatley.
I can't river dance. I'm sitting down.
So move them feet.
You gotta use the upper body only. Like their arms flail a lot. They don't know what they're doing.
Well, no, they always hold their arms like this or something.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's Russian.
Yeah, that's the right. I can't do that.
Get canceled real quick.
Look like a Bolshevik over there.
All right, without further ado, my name's Steve Shaver,
I'm Cody Adams.
I'm Erik Wheeler.
and this is a Damn Good Time podcast.
Hit him with it.
This week we are celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Woo! Yes. Woo! We have Erik Wheeler in the studio.
How you guys doing?
We're gonna try an American beer that is an Irish Stout, in true American Irish
form. We just
fashion. Yeah,
we make your things and then we make them better. Probably not.
yeah. I don't know. We bastardize them, but
Yeah.
so let's get lucky tonight and have ourselves a damn good time. Erin Go Bragh. Erin Go Bragh. Ireland forever, or Ireland to what? Hold on, I looked it up. Ireland to the end of time.
It's the end of time.
Erin Go Bragh.
I mean,
Yeah.
time could end.
Yeah. This is coming from the guy that was born and raised Irish, and then my cousin took a 23andMe test and found out we're actually Scottish. We're not really Irish at all. I got fucking 4-leaf clovers tattooed on my wrist because
Just because you're lucky. That's fine. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, we're this will come out way after St. Pat's Day. Obviously, we're recording on a Friday. It happened yesterday, but it's St. Pat's weekend, so we're celebrating.
Yeah.
I got my Patty's Irish Pub.
Yeah, sorry I didn't have a lot of green shirts. So you got Saturdays are for the dads, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
There you
Barstool
go.
Sports.
There you go.
You got some festive
I got a little
beads on.
swag. I got this from my daughter. You know, she said I got to spruce up a little bit for today.
Yeah.
And you know, this actually has been a pretty good St. Patty's Day weekend so far.
Yeah.
You know, after all the stuff we've been through the last couple of years with the COVID and all
Yeah.
that good stuff, it's nice that downtown Philly last night was full of sloppy drunks again. So
There we go.
you know, never take that for granted.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
We are back,
Yeah.
baby.
You learn to appreciate this more.
Yeah, I drove by last night, saw a lot of cars at bars. I mean, a lot of cars at bars again, so that's good. But then me and you ended up hanging out. We brought the babies over. I had a few Guinnesses, made some corned beef. Got to have the corned beef cabbage.
Yep.
We made kind of a corned beef cabbage potato casserole. Have you?
It's another one of just Cody's creations, which are always unbelievable.
Yeah, we just it took me longer than expected, but you know we were hoping to eat by 7:30, and I think we ate at 8:30. But you know, when I get going, sometimes it takes me a little time.
And it was well worth the wait. It was
was.
well worth the wait.
It was pretty good.
You know, you gotta love some corned beef.
Yeah, it's
Right.
great.
Yeah.
It's great. And it's well, you asked a question earlier, like why don't we eat corned beef more often?
Yeah, I think we should have it more often. I don't think it should be just, you know, in particular for St. Patty's Day.
Right. And that's a fun fact that I was going to tell. Anyway, like save it for the podcast. When the Irish settlers came in, well, the Irish immigrants came in, they couldn't find Irish bacon, and Irish bacon was obviously more expensive than anything else they could find. So they substituted all the recipes with corned beef because it was more of the cheaper product that they could do. So that's why corned beef, it's more of an American thing, where that's why it became a staple of Irish heritage, because it was more Irish immigrants into the United States, because that's they couldn't find the Irish bacon for the recipes that they always use. So that's because they were poor, you know.
Right.
They were, and a lot of people don't like talking about that, but they were indentured servants. They were forced to work beyond their means. Like they were almost slaves and shit. You know, white people can be abused too.
Right.
Like, but yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how things go, right? So like the brisket now, right? So the brisket was the cheap piece of shit meat nobody wanted off of the cow. And so they made corned beef, you know, and so that way they could preserve it.
Yeah.
So it lasts longer. And now look what you got to pay for a brisket.
Yeah. Well,
same with chicken wings.
Well, it's a lot like lobster. Lobster back in the Depression, like they were the rats of the sea. Nobody wanted to eat lobster. It was peasant food.
Yeah.
But everybody realized it was delicious. Now it's a fucking delicacy. You know, it's crazy what becomes a delicacy and what becomes like good food out of strife, you know.
Yeah, then all of a sudden it gets overfished or overcaught, and then it's a little less
now
populated, and then boom.
It's hard to get, so it's more of a rarity. It's more of a delicacy and stuff.
Because I bet back then you dropped a basket down, put a little piece of fish in there, and you pulled up 14 lobsters, and you're like, all right, here's dinner tonight. We're eating lobster. Lobster again? Come on, Dad.
Yeah, and all the higher ups were like those peasants eating their lobster.
Yeah, that's all they do.
You're saying the lobsters were the hot dogs of the sea?
Pretty
much,
at
yeah.
one point in time, yeah, for sure. During the Depression, they were.
It was
unbelievable.
It was peasant food back in the day, and now it's like that's what you eat if you're a king. So,
and it's funny. I hear you guys talking about how like you had your corned beef and you had your little St. Patty's festivities and shit. I was on the road. I was out in New Jersey we were the customer and went out to dinner, and they picked an Italian restaurant in New Jersey, which it was phenomenal food, great food, amazing. But I had on St. Patrick's Day, I ate veal parmesan in a place that didn't serve booze, so I was sober with a belly full of Italian food on St. Patrick's Day. Like, what the fuck was I doing? Like,
hey, you can't have it celebrated every year. Next year it's going to be so much better for you.
That's why I have to stretch this out into the weekend.
Yeah.
You still get your chance.
Yeah, well, I'm celebrating my ass off tonight for sure, and then and then all weekend. Oh, it's St. Patty's weekend.
And the thing with like corned beef, and like most places I go, like a Reuben is a hot sandwich for me. Like I will eat a Reuben like all the time. Like I love a Reuben, and that's mainly where you're going to get your corned beef and blah, blah, blah. But I do like those big chunks of corned beef. Like it needs to shred in my mouth. Like I don't want thin sliced corned beef. That processed bullshit. Like corned beef put into a tube, basically, and then they're like, "Oh, now you can slice it." No,
you don't want it chipped.
I want chunks.
Yeah,
I want chunks.
And I will say, while we were out there, there's this little deli. Shout out to Pat's Deli in Burlington, New Jersey. Doubt anybody out there listens to us, but if you're ever in Burlington, New Jersey, there's a spot called Pat's Deli, and it's a small little hole in the wall. Right, it's in a strip mall kind of setting next to a liquor store, which is cool. But that place was fucking fire, dude. On Monday, I did have what they called the corned beef special, and it was basically a cold Reuben. So instead of sauerkraut, it had coleslaw. It was a cold sandwich, and it had the Thousand Island dressing on it with corned beef, Swiss cheese, on rye bread. It was fucking amazing.
Sounds great.
We ate there 3 days in a row. Like they had an Italian hoagie. It was goddamn to die for. Capicola, the gabagoo, Genoa salam. Like it was amazing. That little deli was great. Like I said, we ate lunch there 3 out of 5 days we were there. It was so fucking good. So I did eat some good food. I didn't celebrate St. Pat's like I wanted to.
Hey, at least you ate some corned beef in the week. And,
we
can say that. I don't know if it matters, but,
Yeah.
And we're here now celebrating today. So, there you go. With American Irish Stout. But you do have some Irish whiskey, I do see, right?
Yeah, Tullamore Dew. Tullamore Dew is an Irish whiskey. It's very similar to like a Jameson, or I think last year when we did St. Pat's episode, we had the Proper 12.
Yeah,
because it's Conor McGregor and shit. But Tullamore Dew is one of the. I actually think it's better than Jameson. I think it's a lot smoother.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys
So-
want to do a shot on camera?
Well, we'll do that with the beer. How about that?
Okay.
We'll have the shot. We'll
Yeah.
chase it with the American Irish Stout just to make that a little bit better.
And I can't remember. I can't remember what beer we did last year for St. Pat's, but I was looking for something different, and then I was looking for a couple different ones that I know of. But all that Bueller's had was this Nitro Irish Stout, which is from Anheuser-Busch. It's a Breckenridge Brewing Company out of Colorado, so it's not even really. It's done in the Irish fashion,
Right.
but I can't remember if we did Guinness last year or not. So I figured just to be safe, I'd pick. I know I've never had this in my life, so I figured we'd try it.
Yeah, not sure. I mean, we had some Guinnesses last night.
I thought you had the Great Lakes last year, the Conways.
Oh,
Conway
If
Irish.
I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
correctly. I mean, I am
So another American.
I am an avid follower of
You're-
ADGT, and
And you have a steel trap mind, so yes.
yes, I'm
It's
pretty sure it was
he's
Conway's
probably-
Irish
you're,
Ale.
You're probably 100% right.
Yeah, I think it was because I saw it. And I'm like, I know we tried that once. I don't know if it was St. Patty's or not.
It doesn't matter what mundane fact this goes to this man's head. He
Yeah.
just fucking remembers it. I just don't.
Hey,
I don't know.
If it's not important, I'll remember it. Think of it like that. So, gift and a curse.
But hey, now no, it's so weird. Like now, I feel like I need a real good catch up because I've been out of state all week. So how's your week been? Like anything? What did I miss?
What'd you miss?
Obviously, Ohio's not on fire yet, so that's cool.
House not on fire, but we do have some big Browns news. I'm gonna let Eric talk about that.
Ohio would have been on fire had this not happened because NFL wise, this has been just the most insane start to a new league year that they've ever had.
Yeah.
The new NFL league year started on Wednesday, and there's a non-tampering period which starts on Monday. So, everybody loves the hot stove stuff. That's a baseball term, but basically, like, where are the guys going?
Yeah.
How much are they signing for? Who are you going to get on your team to, help improve it? And today, the Browns completed the biggest trade in NFL history. They traded for Deshaun Watson.
Who did we trade
Big
for
time.
them?
3 first-round draft picks,
Okay.
a 3rd-round draft pick, and a 5th-round draft pick.
So just a bunch of
So
picks.
just a bunch of draft picks.
We're-
The Browns lost no players.
We're banking on
And-
Deshaun coming over and us winning a frickin' Super Bowl. Finally.
Yes, and this has been a very controversial move due to Deshaun's, I guess, the allegations against him. I mean, we can't say that,
Yeah.
anything's been proven true. There are 22 women that are alleging him of, some kind of sexual misconduct.
Okay.
Rubbing tongues.
But this all really pretty much
rubbing
from
tongues.
massage therapists. But to kind of backtrack here, this all kind of went into play last Friday. There was on the criminal sense, there was a grand jury that was put together for, I guess against Deshaun
Yeah.
to see if they would charge him criminally with any of this stuff. That came back and said he was not going to be charged with anything. As soon as that came back, it was leaked that the Browns had interest.
Yeah.
Of course, the Browns having Baker being a big guy. Everybody's like, wow, it's kind of a surprise. But it really wasn't a surprise if you knew the backstory with the Browns and Baker and just kind of how last year went.
Yeah.
Long story short, the Browns, you kept hearing they were interested, they were outside, they were the quote unquote wild card. You get to Monday, you find out the Browns have a meeting with Deshaun. They fly down the owner, they fly down the GM, the coach. They bring this big presentation.
Yeah.
Come Thursday, news breaks the Browns are out. Deshaun says they're out. He doesn't want to play Cold Weather City. He's from the South. He's from Atlanta. Wants to play somewhere in that area where it's New Orleans, Atlanta,
Right.
Carolina. I'm driving home today. I don't know. I go to the Bell store, put gas in my car,
Yeah.
put gas in the truck.
Everything's normal.
Yeah. Get a tweet notification. It's Adam Schefter. It says, in a stunning move, in a stunning turn of events, Deshaun Watson picks Cleveland to go to. And I'm like, holy shit, I got to call Brady. And
gotta come
I'm
up
looking
with
at that. I'm like, this is unbelievable. And, I guess to boil it down, Deshaun picked Cleveland basically because of money.
Yeah.
All right.
100%.
He is going to get $130 million more guaranteed than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Which is insane when you think about it.
$230 million.
Yeah, 200. Yeah, the contract is 5 years, $230 million, all of it guaranteed,
money.
Which in the NFL doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay? And that there's never that much guaranteed.
He could go out his first game
and blow.
Get his Achilles torn, leg broken, neck broken, and he's still going to get the money.
He's going to get all the money. He is. But the Browns, it's obvious that they were not sold on Baker Mayfield.
Right.
After 4 years, I think they were tired of his attitude.
And he even had a letter that he put out like, Cleveland's always been a big part of my life. Me and my wife, we loved it and shit like that. You knew he was on his way out.
Right, which is also part of his posturing. It's part of the game.
He's got to write his narrative.
A good example, Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco. He's on. He's going to be on a new team this year. He took him to the NFC Championship this last year. He was a lame duck quarterback. San Francisco traded 3 first-round picks to move up to draft Trey Lance, who's going to be his replacement.
Right.
But they kept him. He didn't write a letter to San Francisco.
Right.
He didn't pout the whole time. They were just tired of Baker's immaturity.
Right.
And here's the thing. Baker wants to act like he's Aaron Rodgers, but he's not as good as Aaron Rodgers.
No.
He wants to act like he's LeBron, but he's not as good as LeBron.
No.
You can have the drama, and you could be a pain in the ass if you produce. When you don't produce and you want to act like that,
well, even more case in point. Here's other news in the NFL. Tom Brady came out of retirement after being in retirement for 2 months or whatever. And Tom Brady, his simple tweet was like, "There's unfinished business, LFG." And there's a fucking. I remember because I've been on the road last week, and I remember sitting in the hotel lobby, and they had the news up, and there was this whole thing about they were like, "What's LFG mean?" Well, if you don't know it, let's expletive go, and let's fucking go. How cool is that? Like that's how simple it has to be. There's unfinished business. Let's fucking go. And then Baker could have even came out and been like, they're going down talking to Deshaun Watson. There's unfinished business. I'm ready to start for the Cleveland Browns. Let's fucking go. And I'd be like, fuck yeah.
You've been riding with 6. That's big thing. I'm riding with 6.
But he wrote that whole thing it's been a big part of my life, and no matter how it goes, I'm ready to take on the next thing. It's like, God damn it, you're already signing yourself out.
Yep.
You're already saying goodbye.
You can't have your quarterback, do things like that on social media, and it's obvious. And there will be more of this to come out. Now that he'll be traded the next 48 hours. In fact, I bet by the time this pod's out, he'll be on another team.
Yeah. And I won't fight against you.
No, he'll be in Indianapolis or Seattle or somewhere. A real tell for this though was when the whole Odell thing was going down. We've talked about that before on this pod. There wasn't a lot of teammates that came to Baker's defense.
No,
you didn't. The team did. They got behind him, but all you'd hear about is, Odell's a good guy. Oh, we loved him as a teammate. We wish him success. They weren't rallying around behind Baker.
Yeah, the way, like you said, the whole team presence of the Browns was, we still got Baker's back, but it was individuals saying good luck, Odell. We wish you well. Loved you, Odell.
Yeah, they weren't
this, that, and the other.
They weren't defending Baker.
Yeah,
they weren't, and I think he had lost the locker room. I think that he must have a poor attitude. I'm sure there's a lot of things we haven't heard because the Browns tried to protect him a little bit.
Yeah.
So the Browns took a big swing this week, and they have what could potentially be a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
He was, before Deshaun sat out the last year, he was a top 5 guy. If it works out, the Browns are instantly Super Bowl contenders. They're a lot better with Deshaun than they would be with Baker.
Yeah.
But you also have the backlash of the 22 women accusing him of inappropriate conduct. So that's something they're going to have to work around.
Yeah.
There are a lot of, I'm I'm on Twitter all the time. It's the only social media I have. I don't know how much you guys are on it. I don't think a lot, but the prevailing narrative seems to be that this has really split the fan base, right? So you have a lot of people that we call quote unquote Baker bros, and it doesn't matter what Baker does. He should have another chance. He should be in there, and they're upset about the Deshaun move because of the women, and I can understand that. If you don't want to be a fan of the Browns because they traded for Deshaun because of the accusations of these 22 women, okay,
then you can't argue with that. Then you shouldn't have been a fan since we picked up Kareem Hunt.
True,
because Kareem Hunt also had worse allegations.
Right,
Kareem Hunt, like what he
kicked a woman. I guess what she was on the ground. You know,
that's why Kansas City let him go, and we picked him up for cheap. And then once Kareem Hunt starts getting us yardage, we're like, "Hey, Kareem Hunt's awesome." So once,
and I think that for a lot of people, the same thing will happen when Deshaun's throwing touchdown passes and the Browns are winning games.
Yeah.
That you'll get behind him.
Yeah.
But if you can't get behind this trade or the team because of what they did, I understand that.
Well, and that's.
But I think Eric's talking more like. People loved Baker. Like, they love Baker.
Yeah, too much to a point.
They're like, and I kind of was in that boat where, like, I kind of wanted to see him play one more year. Right?
I did too.
Like,
I honestly want to see one more season of Baker with us.
He was injured, but Eric brought up a good point to me. Like, if he was so injured, why did he put us through that? Like, why don't you be like, hey, let me step back. Let somebody else run it. Let me get healed up. Like, you do the things that you should do, even though you think you can do it. You can't do it.
That's my thing with Baker. Is the thing I like about him most is I think he came into this team thinking like he's the man to turn it around, and I honestly think that was his attitude coming into this team. And he came out and he showed it with his half season, whatever, with 3 quarters Whenever he starting and like he was best passer.
Second quarter of the Jets game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he came out on fucking fire. And then what was last year he got injured, but he was too stubborn to sit out and say, "Hey, I'm injured. Let me heal. Let me come back at the end during playoff, whenever the games actually matter." He was too stubborn to sit it out. He's like, "I'm going to be Cleveland's savior." Honestly, like I feel like that was that dude's mindset. He's like, I'm going to take this shit team, turn it around. Everybody's going to fucking love me. And he tried too hard.
Well, and part of this is, a lot of quarterbacks, when they're on their rookie deal, they get extended in their 4th year.
Yeah.
Because when you get drafted in the first round, the team has control for 5 years, but that 5th year is a 5th-year option.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you're good enough, they want to lock you up before you get to that 5th year. You get the big money. You could say that he shouldn't have been playing last year, but he forced it because he was trying to get that money.
It was a contract year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's a lot, too much for the pod that goes into this as far as how he got around the Browns team doctors last. Like this thing goes back a little bit. I think the Browns, we'll put it this way. The Browns general manager, Andrew Berry, and Stefanski, and the owner Haslam, they knew that Baker wasn't the guy a couple years ago. And we've been kind of building towards this to getting rid of him, to try to find that franchise guy, and they paid up for him today.
Yeah.
If they didn't extend him after the 3rd year when they beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs and they went to Kansas City, that was a red flag right there. They should have done it then. A lot of these guys get that in the 3rd year. He didn't. Well, why didn't he? They didn't like the personality. They didn't like the attitude. They didn't think that he'd get him over the top. And the reality is...
True. Yeah, you're 100% right.
The reality is, in the AFC right now, if you would have kept Baker as your quarterback, you'd have had the 10th best quarterback in, 15, 16, or a 16-team conference.
Right.
You're not going to win anything with Baker Mayfield. And, hey, we had a couple of good years. He was 2 up and down. You weren't going to win anything with him. With Deshaun, you have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl.
I'm going to shit my fucking pants when Baker goes off next year on whatever team he goes with.
Could be the Browns' curse.
Is it possible that could happen? It is. I'm going to say that it's not,
because it is the fucking Browns' curse. Like, what did Odell do when he left?
Oh well.
Well, he balled out as a secondary option, but he went to a team that has a good quarterback.
Right,
That's actually
right.
it's an indictment on Baker.
He had somebody actually fucking throw to him for once.
I think the Browns realize that for Baker to be productive and successful, everything has to be perfect around him. He has a top 3 offensive line. He has a top 3 running game. He had 2 stud wide receivers.
Yeah.
And he still couldn't get the job done.
We had arguably the number 1 wide receiving team in the league.
But I will say,
still not pretty.
Last season was a goddamn anomaly where none of them were healthy at the same time. None of them were.
No, but it doesn't matter. Like,
But
he wasn't throwing dimes every throw.
No.
There was drop passes, 100%. There was drop passes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blame to go around, for sure.
The cohesiveness is just not there.
Right.
And you feel it. And even as a fan, not being at a game, I still felt it. Like, it just didn't feel like between him when his his second year, so he started that first year, like
he was great.
Played bullshit. And then came in that, him starting, this is my year, blah blah blah. And like everybody seemed together and it was like boom, 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 boom.
Right.
That felt somewhat cohesive. And then you got in the next year, and no shame on losing that year because it was a great year for the Browns. When you got in the next year, it was like, what's happening?
Right.
What's happening right now? Like, even at the start of the year, like, things looked good, but it's still like you almost knew. You almost knew.
I'm just tired of going through quarterbacks and going through T-shirts.
Well, you got this one for 5 years.
Regardless, you won't be buying your kids a Deshaun Watson jersey. I mean, I don't think.
Well, maybe not a jersey, but like
there's
those dumb little Walmart T-shirts where it looks like a brown. It's not a jersey where it costs like the fucking $120 that you buy off the NFL shop. But even at Walmart, like I bought my kids both like Beckham Jr. T-shirts that had his number on it and his name on the back, and then then he's gone.
Yeah,
God damn it!
My son has an Odell jersey who's gone, Baker who's going to be gone, and he has Denzel.
Yeah,
so maybe Denzel will stay. Hopefully, we'll get that deal done. But I just want to make a quick point before we get off of this because what you're going to hear for the next until they play, will be everybody's going to take a stand. Browns fans are going to take a stand one way or the other. Either, actually, there's 3 factions. I said you have the Baker Bros. Okay, and they're all bent out of shape right now.
I know a lot of people that are like that.
Well, they should go root for wherever the hell he goes.
Yeah.
You're going to have the people that are upset with the fact that they traded for this guy and they paid him all this money to make him the highest paid NFL player in history.
Yeah.
True.
And that's okay. If you're upset with that, I'm fine with that. If you don't like that, my point is, I guess just for me, from a personal standpoint, I can compartmentalize.
Yeah.
My football team and my morals, and they don't have to come together.
Exactly.
Okay,
right.
So I don't have to like what he's done or think he's a nice guy,
right,
and still want to root for the Browns to win games.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my position on this.
Oh, for sure.
Is, I have seen other teams that have had, shit bags for players, and a lot. These guys aren't perfect, and I'm sure a lot of NFL players haven't been over the years. They didn't have social media or all this stuff back in the day.
If fans of football really cared about it, we would have canceled Ray Lewis when he killed a guy.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. He was on trial. He was on trial for murder,
right?
And he's now considered to be one of the greatest leaders of all time, Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
greatest Baltimore Raven ever.
Just don't piss him off.
Yes, but he probably stabbed a man. So
he might have. We don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm not trying to get I'm not trying to get us in trouble here.
Yeah.
But I can separate the two things, and I don't know why people can't do that. And again, like, I know people that I've talked to, and they're not happy with this move, and they want Baker to do a good job and kind of rub it in the Browns' face or whatever. Fact is, your front office didn't think Baker was the guy, and he isn't the guy.
Yeah.
We would have seen it by now. It's been 4 years.
Then why the fuck did we draft him?
Well, different different GM, too much turnover.
True, yeah.
And I guess you never know, but
could have been a great decision.
God,
ended up being just
I will say
a decent decision.
I will say this right now. I'll give up if they get rid of Stefanski. I do like Stefanski. I know
not going anywhere.
last season that like there were some people kind of dogging on him a little bit of this shit, this shit, that shit. But I do like Stefanski. I liked Baker. I'm not one of those Baker bros where I thought he was the be all end all. Like, give that guy a chance. I would have liked to see him play this year just to see what he does when he's healthy again.
You will see him play this year for Seattle, and he'll probably do horrible behind an awful offensive
God,
line.
fuck that guy if he blows up. I will fucking be so mad. But still, like you said, it's like, what? Yeah, are we judging these people on morals, or are we giving them a bunch of fucking money to throw a ball? Like everybody was like, Kansas City dropped Kareem Hunt, dropped him. We picked him up for a bargain, and now all of a sudden everybody's like, fucking Kareem Hunt.
I love Kareem Hunt. He's Cleveland guys. Look, he
Chunt, baby, Chunt.
One of us. Yes. Yeah, Chunt.
Just bullshit like that. Like, they're all dirtbags. They're fucking children, literally children, like 20-year-olds with millions of fucking dollars.
Some of them. You can't say all of them.
Well, yeah. Well, obviously the seasoned ones, the ones that are worth it.
The ones that, like, unfortunately, they've just been like some of the athletes have had amazing athletic prowess.
Yeah,
their entire lives.
Yeah,
they've gotten through high school. They got to college. They play ball. Like, there's been no.
Well,
you get coddled,
and they get given everything, every fucking thing. And right out of college, you're given millions of dollars to go play a game. Of course, they're gonna try to take advantage of dumb shit. Of course, they're going to be rude to people.
See it in every sport, NBA,
because
it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, wait till they're 40, and then they're going to be proper gentlemen and shit. But they're at their peak prowess as athletes whenever they're young and dumb and stupid. Of course, they're going to do young, dumb, stupid shit. Yeah. And we can't.
We're not asking Deshaun Watson to date our daughters.
No,
we're asking them to throw touchdown passes.
Well, it's like one of those things too. Like, where do you draw the line? Like, we can't allow them to just have free reign over everything, but we can't really hold them accountable because they're living lives that people have no idea what the fuck they're going through.
Right,
absolutely no idea what they're going through. What was I heard? I think it was a comedian. They were talking about Tiger Woods and the whole Tiger Woods scandal. Whenever Tiger Woods slept with like 13 hostesses and waitresses, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, only 13?
Yeah.
There are literally thousands of women throwing themselves at these pro athletes, at these young...
I give them 100,000 probably.
Young, athletic, beautiful guys with lots of money, and they're only being mean to 1% of them.
Imagine if we had the life trajectory of someone like a Tiger Woods or an athlete.
Yeah.
Like where we were, I'd probably be dead. Yeah. I'm just going to be completely honest with you.
And I hate holding, I mean, obviously they should be role models for our kids because they're sports stars. Everybody watch them. The whole nation's eyes are on them. Yes. They should be better people, but they're fucking children. I'm 38 years old. They're fucking 20 years old coming out of college, and they're seeing things. They're seeing things that I couldn't even fucking imagine with the money and the bribes and obviously sex. Obviously, definitely pulls I
don't want to sound like a horrible man right now, but and I love my wife, and I would never want to cheat on her. But if a bus of 13 Swedish women pulled up on me and was like, oh, we're gonna take care of you, and I'd be like, I know, I'm married, and
and on that bus is $40 million.
You would say that. You would say that as a settled down 37-year-old man with a couple of kids. Now, when you were 22, you weren't settled.
Yeah,
and.
Here's a bus.
You're trying to dig me out. I don't know if I can do it now.
Yeah. Here's a bus. Here's $40 million. That's yours. And here's 20 women with soft hands. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, and I don't expect my wife to do the same thing. If the goddamn Swedish soccer team pulls up and they're like, "Hey, girl, we're gonna massage all your body part," I'm like. Maybe you should take advantage of that. I don't know. I'm not a swinger, but
in the same right, though, you shouldn't be mean to them. but
Well, you know, we're in a new day of age. So
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
and the thing with Deshaun is this. I mean, if these allegations are true, and some of them, I mean, that's terrible. You should not definitely should not do that. Nobody's condoning anything.
no
like
matter how
that.
much money or how much power you have, to
no.
not force anybody to have an unconsensual sex.
You
with
definitely shouldn't do that. But I just, in the conversations I've had with people over the last couple of days, and some, they're very conflicted about this. Again, I
Yeah.
just go back to, I get if you're upset by this and them doing it. Obviously, the Browns thought they were going to make a move to make themselves better, which they did.
Yeah.
Nobody will argue that Deshaun is better than Baker. But, if you want to blend both of those things together, that's fine. But, my sports fandom and the Browns are not the moral police for me. And me, I don't care about that. Some people it does, but a lot of them, we go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Deshaun balls out. It'll all be forgotten.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of the situation.
All of a sudden, all the blue check marks don't give a fuck.
All the Baker Bros will be the Deshaun dudes. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call
Yeah.
them, but yeah, we'll be.
And that
we'll be
man
under
in
that.
5 years is going to have about a $500 million in his bank account. So.
Let's hope that he plays well enough that he gets another contract.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's weird.
It's the biggest trade ever in NFL history.
Right.
It is the most draft picks that they've ever.
I say we cheers, say let's go Brownies. We don't worry about these players and just say hopefully the Browns win for once in our life. And have a little cheers to that.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
Here we
we
go.
go.
Woo woo.
And then take a little
Hopefully,
break
in a
and
court,
come right
hopefully
back
in a
into
court of law, he'll be acquitted, and then it's not even a thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, fuck. We do need to take a break, but I mean, how long has Pittsburgh been riding on the back of Big Ben?
Yeah. Which they believe me, this Steeler fan's been all over this now. Like, oh, look, you guys gave us shit for 20 years about this, and now Ben had 2 allegations. This guy's got 22. What do you think? Don't worry, they have by far the worst quarterback in the division now, and let's hope they bottom feed for a little bit and see how it feels.
Right. All right. Let's break into this Nitro Irish Stout here.
Nitro Irish Stout.
So, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, we got a Nitro Irish Stout through an American brewing company. It comes out of Colorado, because leave it to the Americans to bastardize other people's culture shit.
That's what
you know,
we
right?
do.
Well, Nitro, and I
fix
heard the Nitro. Is
And you're
the
supposed
Guinness
to pour
thing,
these
right?
fast, and then they give you like that fun little milky downfall you see in there.
Yeah, I'm still gonna pour it like an overboard because I'm not whatever. But
No, you're supposed to pour them fast. Well, yours is still, yeah.
it looks like a Guinness.
Look at that. I got a nice little froth on top.
Yep. You got that little waterfall of little bubbles.
I should say
sorting down.
Guinness might be a little bit lighter, but I don't know.
I think Guinness is darker than this, but still.
No,
try
I don't. I mean, I had Guinness last night. Maybe from Ireland. The Guinness is. This is a wannabe Guinness right here.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
I like it. I like it though.
It's not bad.
It's got it tastes a little coffee-ish to me.
Yeah.
What you get from Guinness too? I mean, you get
Yeah.
the coffee flavor, you get all that stuff.
Yeah, I forgot to get Bailey's. I figured we'd do some Irish car bombs, and
I think maybe we did that last year. I don't know.
maybe.
I think we got toasted last year on the pod.
Well, yeah, it's St. Patty's Day. You gotta get toasted. Erin Go Bragh.
Go back.
But I mean, this is definitely a Guinness wannabe. It's not bad.
It's good.
It's pretty.
Sorry, I had Guinness last night, and now I'm having this. This is some reason is better.
You think?
But I
it's
had
better?
Guinness bottles last night, and I didn't get Guinness cans.
Yeah.
And I wanted Guinness cans because Guinness cans are better than bottles,
Yes,
in my opinion. And then Guinness on draft, actual draft,
it's better.
is better than anything. So now that I'm getting this in cans, wait, they don't have the little nitro cartridge in there.
There isn't.
Nope.
No, there isn't. They don't have the little widget.
But then
How
I
the
just,
fuck did they put the nitrous in there then? I don't know.
just seal it with nitrous. I don't know.
Oh, those wannabes.
But having Guinness last night and having this, boy, I gotta tell you, this is tough. This is tough. This is really good.
Mine's gone. I chug beer fast.
In the spirit of St. Patty's Day.
It's smooth. It's creamy. It's got the same Guinness taste. Like
It's definitely a stout. It's got a little coffee hint to it. Maybe like minor hints of chocolate or whatever. Like, yeah, how you'd rate a normal stout? Like that's pretty good.
It's definitely chuggable. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty damn good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
The thing about Guinness, and like a lot of people don't realize, like, I've read a lot about it and seen videos about it, but when you're actually in Ireland, they say like getting a pint in Ireland is different than like having a pint of Guinness in the States. Like,
yeah,
it's actually normally lower proof, like in the 4% range or whatever.
This is 4.8.
It's not heavy as like a normal stout, and it's normally served warm in Ireland. I think a little, or room temperature, I should say, room temperature. It's not cold. It's not
hot or warm.
It's kind of one of those things. Like it's a midday. Like you have one for your lunch break while you're eating some food. Like it's a staple kind of. Because they had a big famine over there. You know.
Yeah.
Ate a lot of potatoes. But it's one of those things that's kind of like part of your meal. It's I'm assuming probably full of like good digestives and things like antibiotics and like the way you'd eat your yogurt. Instead,
Are there probiotics?
Have a beer. Probiotics
in the Guinness.
I doubt there's probiotics in it. Don't quote us on that. But yeah, it's usually part of your meal.
I'm searching it right now.
I feel we're not giving health advice.
I have this laptop in front of me now.
Does Guinness have probiotics?
But I feel like it's one of those beers.
I don't think that is. No.
He's like, let me Google search this real quick, and he's pecking with one hand.
Yeah.
Bring that up, Jamie. Let me
bring that up. Are there probiotics in Guinness? Research say stouts contain significant amounts of antioxidants, B vitamins, and guess what? Probiotics, which promote the growth of good bacteria in your gut. And since Guinness contains a lot of unmalted barley, it is also one of the beers with the highest levels of fiber.
Oh, okay.
So you need to poop.
Hey, there it is. Give up the Activia. Start drinking Guinness.
Does it ever help your typing skills?
Hey, I didn't see you typing over there. Sasquatch.
Beep, 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 beep.
Well, while I'm typing, you're also supposed to be talking too. So the first time ever on this podcast, I researched something. Steve's now critiquing me.
You're supposed to type with two hands.
I'm always gonna have one beer in my hand, bitch.
You didn't even have it in your hand.
And I had it in my pocket.
You got the old.
It didn't take me that long to find it.
I know. I'm fucking with you, bro.
The old taparoo.
Most of the time we don't research shit. So, hey, Guinness is good for you. I don't know about this shit.
Yeah,
This is Breckenridge.
I mean, I like it. Are we rating it?
Yeah, I'll rate it. I'm as a Nitro Irish Stout.
Yep.
Right up there with Guinness. Like, I'm almost gonna say it's a little bit better than Guinness.
Really?
But it's only because I want to get two cans. I want to get the can of Guinness. I want to get the can of this and try them side by side.
It's kind of like the old Pepsi challenge.
Well, blind tasting.
But where you're at right now?
8 out of 10 for an Irish Nitro Irish
thumbs
Stout. It's good, man. I like get it.
I mean, mine's gone. I'm giving it a thumbs up. It was delicious.
It's creamy. It's smooth. It's got that Guinness coffee, like bitter, but not too bitter. Like nice creamy flavor. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do like fractions on here. I'd say like 8.2 is where I'm at on this.
Out of
10.
See, whatever you want.
Because I feel like I always go like 8 of 10 or whatever, but I like it a lot too. I taste like the coffee in it a little bit, and I like that.
It's very much coffee.
Yeah, I a little more than Guinness.
Yeah.
So I like that. I think I agree that I like this better than Guinness.
Yeah, a lot of good stouts. You're gonna get that coffee. You're gonna usually get like a bitter, almost chocolate kind of hint in the background. And that's why my dad hates coffee, so he'll never drink Guinness because I fucking hate coffee. Like, shut up, Ed. Like, yeah, it does have a coffee flavor to it.
I don't think there's one person in the world that says though, if you go to Ireland and you drink like fresh Guinness, either it's cold, like the different regions have a cold or lukewarm, and they're like it's a whole different experience.
Yeah,
like, it's a whole different thing.
And then again, it's also not as carbonated. It's supposed to be the nitrous in it or what have you. But I like that too. It's much easier to drink. I don't, Well, I think you drink a bunch of this and not feel as full.
Yeah, I feel like it's dangerous in that, right? Because I'm not burping right now because I just slammed 16 ounces of that bitch. Whereas you give me a 16 ounce Miller Lite, I'm gonna be like, hold on, excuse me, I'm gonna be burping off camera and shit, or off mic. But yeah, you can slam that.
Yeah, well, you already did,
and I did, and I'm not burping at all.
Steve's glass is completely empty. There's a little foam in there, but
she
that's
gone.
about it.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
All right, so St. Patty's. Steve, you used to think you were Irish. We already talked about.
Yeah. Scottish, all the way.
Me and Eric
I have fucking 4-leaf clovers tattooed on my wrist because I was raised Irish, and then my cousin took that 23andMe DNA test and realized we're mainly Scottish, and I was like, oh, that makes sense because I have immigration papers from my great grandfather coming in off the boat, signed off by the Queen of Scotland. I'm like, okay. Like,
what I was gonna ask is like, do you guys have any like favorite St. Patty's moments? Even though no, you're not. You're Scottish as some bitch. No worry, I'm Yugoslavian as a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
We don't know what Eric is yet, but I'd say probably German.
Yeah, but the Wheeler side, English and Irish.
Yeah.
So, but
something tells me your way background, your family used to deal with wheels.
I think that might be the case.
Yeah.
I think
Wheeling and dealing, baby.
Yeah. And it's one of those things like whenever you have a basic last name like that, it's like, I bet your family dealt with like wagon wheels and like wheels. Like you guys made some wheels for some shit. Just like
yeah.
So now I'm a Schaefer, which I'm adopted in a Schaefer. But if you look at the origins of the Schaefer background, Schaefer is German for sheep herder. So that's basically saying like I was adopted by a line of sheep herders.
So you're a sheep fucker, basically.
Yeah. Well, herders and adopted in.
I've been splitting atoms since I don't know when.
And even like my
nuclear power.
Oh, you're related to Einstein.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
no, you guys built a dam.
It's cooler than sheep herding, so I'll take it.
Multiple.
Yeah,
a dams.
They built a dams. You guys were really
Multiple
good
dams,
dam people.
To keep your herding sheep alive.
You guys,
we built dams.
You guys like to keep water back.
Yeah. And then wheelers put the roads and wheels around them, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I guess my biological name was Johnson, so I was the son of John. Maybe like a King John or some shit.
You're making sausages all day.
Yeah. Or we handled Johnsons.
Oh,
my family handled Johnsons, and we are literally in. We're in this huge deposition against the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns.
You come from a line of massage therapists
against handling Johnsons.
Do you know what the name Cody means?
No.
Pillow.
Pillow?
I'm soft as shit, boys.
You soft motherfucker.
I'm insulting myself right now. I am the softest, most comfortable man you've ever been around in your life.
Soft dams.
Which isn't too far off. Let's be honest. It's not too far off.
Right. Steve is crown or victorious.
Yeah.
So, I'm the king of the Johnsons.
So you can sit your ass on my pillow because pillow always rests on a crown, or crown always rests on a pillow. That's why we get along so well, buddy. Because you're the crown. You're resting on me.
Ooh.
Without me, you're not having a comfortable time though.
You're Eric from the Old Norse. I meaning ever or always. Eric meaning ruler. So you're the ruler of the wheelers.
I am the ruler of all wheels.
Of the wheels.
Yeah.
I am the king of
Johnson's.
of the. Well, that's biological, but now I'm the king of the shepherds.
You're the king of the shepherds, yeah.
And what did you say, Cody?
I am the pillow of whatever Adams is. We didn't look that up, but
Pillow of the dam.
Adam's meeting.
I mean, Adams is probably goes back to Adam, so I'm the pillow of man.
You're the pillow of the dam because you made a dam.
So,
Especially
I mean, Adam goes back to Adam and Eve, right? It's got to go back to Adam and Eve, right? So
I don't know.
I'm just the pillow of man. I'm the guy you just punch around. I'm the knockaround guy.
Which is derived from the Latin name Adamus, which means earth. You're the pillow of the earth.
I'm the pillow of earth. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, search.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say,
Here's your
search
fucking-
Adams. Look, fuck it.
It's showing your fucking family crests here and everything. Anglo-Saxons, the name derived from given to Adam, which is self-derived from the Latin name Ademus, which means earth.
I'm an earth ninja. Earth
Pillow
knight.
of the earth.
I'm a pillow
You're an
earth
earth
knight.
pillow.
Yeah.
You're an earth pillow.
Well, yeah. If you search Cody, Cody, I don't know what language it was, but I think it came out as like pillow or like cushion.
Okay, let's search Cody.
I mean, you can try it again. I don't know what you're searching in, but I'm pretty sure it came as pillow, and I'm like, all right. So if I'm pillow earth, that's all right. That's all right.
Helpful.
I'm helpful earth.
The name Cody is primarily a male name of English origin that means helpful from the Irish Gaelic. So you're Irish Gaelic.
Hey.
Surname, oh my God, this is in Gaelic. Oh, which means helpful. I want to figure out a way to pronounce that.
So you're saying I'm pretty much a fucking tour guide.
You're
If we break it down, I'm helpful earth, which means I'm a tour guide.
Yeah.
It's my destined job.
And that's why you have, you're helpful of the earth. That's why you're huge into green energy. You have an electric car. You recycle so much.
What? I burn all that shit in the backyard. I run premium full fuel.
I'm fucking, that was a joke, but still. Yeah.
You know, what's a name?
Right. Yeah, like I don't think anybody in my lineage was like, oh, Steve Schaefer.
I think in a different language, literally Cody means pillow. I don't know which.
Oh my God! Let me look at
my.
my biological name. What was Johnson?
I think Johnson relates
Son of
back
John.
to son of John,
Yeah.
which is make you just like it's all biblical. It gets real biblical real quick. Rock hard penis.
It literally says a man's penis right there.
Oh no, no.
Johnson meaning name. Okay, hold on. The son of John. The son of John. No, when I first looked up, was like a man's penis. Well, no. Here's what's really fucking funny. As obviously Johnson is a nickname for a man's penis, right? And my biological father and everybody, like, this is where I steer people wrong when I'm like, yeah, I was given up for adoption when I was young. My dad didn't want me anymore. At 6 years old, my mom remarried, blah, blah. I got adopted by Edward Schaefer, so now I'm a Schaefer, but I was born Stephen Todd Johnson. But my biological father's name was Harry Johnson. No joke.
Really?
100%.
Oh, his parents hated him.
His name was Harry, but his name was Harry, middle name Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock.
Harry
Oh,
Dwayne
let's go,
Johnson.
baby.
So I do like to say, like, and he went by Dwayne growing up, obviously, because he probably got made fun of a bunch. He went by Dwayne growing up. So my dad's Dwayne Johnson.
Well, we all got immature very fast. Like, you know what I mean? And he was probably like, he's even younger than us, like, or older than us. So,
Yeah.
like, you think of their maturity levels. Here's what I'm going to ask.
What's that?
Can you imagine when they came up with the last name? Because there's too many people getting called. Ooh. And they're like, we can't keep calling people ooh by the river. We got to be like ooh by the land.
Yeah.
Ooh by the Adam's apple. Ooh by like.
Yeah.
How the hell even the last name came about?
Well, and I think it became. I will say I think it became like more after the Stone Age, and after people had things.
Obviously, I'm just shitting around. But.
Right. Yeah. But if we're gonna talk serious, I feel like it was more like, what did you do for the people? Like I said, Schaefer Shepherd. Like it was Steve Schaefer, Steve the Shepherd, Steve Schaefer. Your first name was just your name, but your family name became what you were. So like everybody that's Smith. Smith's such a common fucking name, but they were probably blacksmiths. But then like, what's a fucking Yoder?
Yole.
What is a Yoder?
And a wheeler is probably you guys worked on wheels.
We had to be wagon wheelers,
And Adams, they built dams.
No, we built Adams nuclear fusion, motherfucker. Okay, it's fine. This doesn't matter. Whatever. We're ahead of our time.
We were scientists.
We left you guys. We're in space. I'm still here. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm probing you guys every night. It's fine.
Yeah,
It doesn't
not
matter.
to get
Jesus.
not to get too much into nameology. I don't even know what the fuck you call that science. Fucking names.
I'm sure there's an actual. Wait, can I search nameology? What do you think is going to come up?
Yeah.
Hey, Jamie, can I search with my one finger in nameology?
With his one hand.
What? Was it that long? Did it take me? Oh my God, name.
Did you search nameology?
Yeah, I 100% did. Because you fucking said it, so I did it.
It's not a thing.
Nameology by Baby Wizard creator Lauren Wiz. Oh my God. Never mind. All right, we're done with this. But, anyways, names have adapted over time. That's 100% sure. And then we pick different things. And then, I just named 2 babies 6 months ago. They're about to be 6 months. And, well, the day after this reclass podcast comes out, my baby's going to be 6 months already.
All right, well, I found it. Sorry, the study of names is called onomastics or
Unamastics?
etymology.
Nameology sounds much catchier. I like it. I'm gonna stick with it.
Onomatology.
But what I was gonna say is
sorry.
as soon as I named my babies, everybody else did the same goddamn thing. What the fuck is that?
Copied your names?
What do you mean by everybody else?
So I named my boy Jack.
Yep.
I named him Jack because that's my grandpa on my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
And I named my girl Charlotte because me and Steph really like that. I swear to God, I've talked to 3 different people now. They're like, oh, yeah, my boy's named Jack. Oh, no, my girl's named Charlotte, too. Oh, my God, they're the same age. And it's like, what just happened?
There is, and I will say, there is.
It's like a phenomenon that happens.
Yeah, and there is. For some reason, that name strikes a bell in your head. Probably because you've offhandedly seen it or heard it. Because even with our firstborn, Henry, as soon as we decided to name Henry, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, wait, we know like 18 other fucking people with kids named Henry now. And it's something where it's maybe it's subliminal, where it's like you've heard it and you've seen it, and like, but then you go through all these other names, and I was even like, I was so hell bent like my firstborn was going to be Steven Jr. But then I felt like, well, I don't want him to be
JR.
Well, I'm not a big fan of myself. Other different issues.
You're the best guy ever.
Other different
What are you
issues.
talking about?
Something we don't want to talk about here, but like I'm like, no, what? I want him to be his own person. I don't want him to be like a shadow of me or another
you
replica
don't need to worry
of
about
me.
yourself. You're still.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you. So we decided to pick a different name for Henry, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, so and so has a baby named Henry. There's already like a bunch of kids named Henry. And then, like, Henry, we realized that Henry was, like, a hot name for that era. And then even with Parker, like now I see there's more Parkers around and shit. One thing I didn't realize is that with Parker, we named him Parker, middle name Lewis.
Can't lose, baby. Can't
Right.
lose.
Right. We forgot about that fucking 80s TV show. We banked on Parker because we liked that first name. She always wanted, if we had a girl, it was going to be Louise. It was going to be Louise, but we never had a girl. So the girl's form of Louise is Lewis. So we named him Parker Lewis. And then we named him Parker Lewis. And my dad even like, when we signed a birth certificate, here, meet Parker Lewis. And then my dad's like, Parker Lewis can't lose. And I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, why does that ring a bell? Why does that ring a bell? And it goes back to that goddamn like 80s TV show where there's one season of Parker Lewis can't lose.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, what's funny is my wife and I, with the second child, we had the boy or girl. If it was a boy, we were going to name him Parker Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
Lewis was my grandfather.
Yeah.
And she liked the name Parker, and I'm like, Parker Lewis. But I kept saying, can't lose. Like that's a thing. And she's like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
What's that? And I'm like, no, that was a TV show.
Yeah.
No, Parker Lewis can't lose. But I think what happens, like you talk about how, you know all these Jacks or Charlottes now that are coming out. It's kind of like you buy a car and you buy a car and you see a bunch of the same cars that you just bought. It's kind of like that same syndrome, right? So I buy a Jeep and then all of a sudden I see all these Jeeps that are the exact same.
Right. Or like I
just think you just notice it more than you wouldn't if you hadn't picked a certain name.
Well,
Like,
no.
there's
Yeah.
probably a lot of like
In my business, I
Jennifer's
see
or
and I talk to a lot of people. So like it's bound to happen, right?
right.
But it was just kind of weird because like Jack is Jack. He's not Jackson. He's not like Jackie or like any kind of weird like anything.
which
He's
there's a lot of
Jack.
Jacksons now, right?
Jack.
Straight Jack.
And I didn't
Straight
figure
Jack.
most people would go straight Jack. Like I went with my grandpa's name, straight Jack David Adams.
Jack
so he can
Tag.
be JD if he wants to be, whatever. And I just ran into somebody. They're like, yeah, my son's name's Jack. They're like, oh, my grandson.
Yeah.
He's
He's
same
a
age. He's Jack too. And I'm like, see, Jack or Jackson? They didn't tell me, but like it could have been Jackson. So
Yeah.
people also want to relate. Obviously, no matter what you do or what
Right.
name you pick, unless you pick refrigerator as your kid's name,
Yeah.
there's gonna be somebody else in the world with your same name.
Right.
There's probably 10,000 other Codys, CODY, that were born in March.
And I know a lot of them do. A lot of them do go cyclical, or they are more a sign of the times. Like my grandmother's name is Martha. I doubt there's that many Marthas out there right now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, there was a bunch of Marthas.
Right.
Like or even just. I mean, I don't know. Dudes' names I feel like are very cyclical. There's always a Michael. There's always a John. There's like.
I always
Cody,
wanted
Steve,
I always
Eric,
wanted
like-
Which has to be a thing. You loved Brock for years, man.
I know. I wanted
Brock
that.
for years.
I wanted that.
You went to bat for Brock. I mean,
I lost that one, but I was like, I'll take my grandpa's name, Jack. Do you like Jack? And she like agreed on that one right away, and I was like, love it.
well, like for men, I mean, we want to kind of push our lineage. I can't say lineage off on our kids, right? So I think you get a lot of those same common names, like you said, Michael, or like for example, my real name's David.
Oh, no shit.
So yeah, Eric's my middle name.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm David Erik Wheeler, but
All right,
He-
Dave.
He keeps that close to the chest.
Yes, yeah,
All right, Dave.
yes, I keep that right here. But no, but my son's Brandon. Like I make sure he had David. My dad was David.
Yeah.
It's just we keep that going.
So are you a junior and you went by Eric, or just
No, not a junior. Different middle names, but just my dad's name's David. And then I was David Eric, so it's called
Okay,
me
yeah.
Eric. And I think that was the thing they used to do because you don't see it very often now. But a lot of times, like the last generation, they go by
Yeah.
their middle name.
I think that's
And-
how.
well? And that's honestly there's a whole line on Sarah's side where it's Tom Allen, Tom this, Tom that.
Yep.
There's a lot of Toms.
A lot of middle name.
They go by the Tom Logan. Dude just became a fucking doctor, but I've always known him as Logan Martin, but he's Tom Logan Martin, and even like her, So it's
middle name.
It's past the lineage. Keep the first name. But you change the middle name. That's what you go by. So
right.
That's probably where the middle name started. To be honest.
So then,
if you think about it, like
keep it going on. So
you
there's
keep
a
the
connection
same name,
to,
but you just keep the middle name. Like change the middle name up.
So all through school, there was always like David Wheeler
all the time.
And you have to be like, call me Eric.
They call me Eric, actually. Yeah.
That's cool, though.
Oh, if he's getting a credit card back sometimes, we're at the table.
Oh, my God.
Who's David Wheeler? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know that. Like, I know that, but, like, it's still weird. You know what I mean? Like, he's always Eric to me, but it's like, it's always weird when you get called David. I'm like, fuck.
Well, that's just like.
But at least you got a cool middle name. Like mine, I don't know why. And no offense, anybody listening out there, if you're straight name and you go by Todd, my middle name is Todd. I don't feel like I'm a Todd at all.
No, you're not. But Todd's not a bad name. I don't think either.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad name, but I don't feel like I'm a Todd. I'm definitely a Steve more than I am a Todd.
No, you can't be a Todd.
And I do feel like you're more of an Eric than you are a David. No offense to any Davids. Like, I feel like you're definitely more of an like.
But shout out Pops if you ever watch this, which you probably won't. But I'll say that. Yeah, and
that's no offense. He's just saying
right,
your character,
right. But even I guess I've gotten used to that in the sense that even with my job, I got a lot of people that call, or even legally, everything I do has to be David, So for signing things or
shit,
it's anything legal, it's David E. Wheeler.
So your signature's
David E.
Wheeler, David E. Wheeler.
Yep,
it's do.
Yep. Do the do.
Do the do, baby.
Shout out Derek Adams, man. Was always called me Do for the longest time. DW. DW. I don't know if D-Rock's been shouted on here at all. What's up, man?
He's Draw Brother. He's Draw Brother.
Yeah.
DRA.
Yeah.
DRA. He's DRA.
DRA.
Love you, Derek. Man, we just got names for a long time there.
Well, that's fun, though.
That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Like, I thought my name meant pillow forever, but apparently it means earth. So I don't know. I'm Earth Pillow.
You're salt of the earth, man.
Salt of the earth, man.
Yeah.
Or wait, was it Earth?
What was it? Adams's
Earth splitting atoms. It makes sense. I can pretty much blow the world up anytime I want, so it's fine. It makes complete sense.
Yeah, Cody meaning of name is helpful.
I'm Earth helpful, but if you mess around, I'll become the true atoms and I'll split the earth in half.
This is good. I'm the ruler of wheels.
Yeah. So I'll use his wheels and his
sheep.
I'm the king of sheep.
His sheep herding skills. We'll split the world in half. We'll blow it up.
Biologically the king of the son of John. Yeah. But adopted the king of sheep. Oh, what the fuck does Todd mean? That's got to be such a I don't know. I've never really liked my middle name, Todd.
It's semi-biblical. I was gonna do a little recap of our night here because we get barely got any weeks or anything.
Fox.
Oh, fox.
Todd is a fox.
Yeah.
So I'm
the king of the fox shepherd.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Fox. Yeah, my middle name and my last name are so against each other.
That's so complicated.
I'm the fox and the shepherd.
You want to eat the sheep, but you're also taking care of them. Maybe there's something deep in there, man. You gotta think about that. There's something deep in there.
Hey, man, and
you take care of them, but you're also eating them.
You know what? It makes sense because
you're a man eating.
No, because I've always gotten along with everybody.
Yeah.
I follow the fox and I follow the sheep. I got everybody's back.
I don't know about that.
There's not a lot of people out there that I hate. There's a lot of people out there I love, and I spread all love, and I spread joy, and I try to be friends with everybody. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I am the fox and I am the sheep.
I don't know. I don't know. The Earth helper over here is like, well, maybe not.
Earth helpy.
You keep shit on my land, bitch. You're about to get fucked up.
Well,
I need your nitrogen. I'm sorry.
My
I
fox-
need your nitrogen.
my fox and my sheep are on your side.
Give me your nitrogen.
That was a weird turn.
Yeah, it just got real weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
Hey, guys.
It was kind of fun. Nameology.
Anything else you guys want to touch on?
I don't know. I don't.
God, how do we come back from that?
I don't. I have no fucking clue. That's why I just said that, because I think we should probably end it right here. Just do a nice little quick one and just be good with it.
We've probably got enough content here for a good podcast.
It better be, or I'm gonna punch you guys all in the face
know
out
what?
there. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, you're getting a double uppercut. I swear to God, I'm gonna find you.
Because Cody's last name means he'll fuck you up if you don't follow.
I am an earth helpful son of a bitch.
He's gonna help you. He's gonna help
And I
you.
will help you with your earth. I will help you with your earth. I have a good green thumb, actually. I know how to grow some shit.
But yeah, no, I think we did a good job. We talked a bunch. We did
King
Browns.
David.
We did nameology. We touched on some subjects. We celebrated St. Patrick's Day, which we never really talked about the fact that
Shit got weird with names, though.
St. Patrick's Day, we're celebrating the fact that the snakes were drove out of
fuck them
Ireland.
snakes.
Yeah. It's basically like Gaelic.
Hey, do you want to cuddle a snake? If you do, I used to have.
I honestly did not know what the meaning behind St. Patrick's Day was until you just said that.
Really?
No, I just thought it was drinking.
Okay.
Kick snake.
Okay. All right. Let's
No idea.
give us like 5 more minutes here to the end of the show. So
Oh,
St.
shit.
Patrick's
Here we
Day.
go.
St. Patrick, they say that he was known for driving the snakes out of Ireland, which snakes is meaning all the Gaelic people and the the people
Terrible.
the lesser thans that didn't support Christianity.
Was it? Yeah, all non-Christians got kicked the hell
St.
out.
St. Patrick brought Christianity to Ireland, and he drove the snakes out. So anybody that
beat
didn't-
their ass with a stick if they didn't get out.
A big stick.
non-literal snakes. It was just he brought.
I'm making that shit.
He converted.
Yeah, I get it.
He converted the of Ireland. He converted Ireland to Christianity. He drove the snakes out. So all those the pagans and
All the non-believers.
yeah, all the people that they were so happy just worshiping the land, worshiping trees, and
Worshiping
Cody and worshiping nature.
Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the pillow of earth there.
Reborn.
Yeah. and then St. Patrick came in and brought Christianity into Ireland. So they said he drove the snakes out. So Ireland became a Christian country, and that's why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
You ever wonder how fucking
go.
dumb they were?
Yeah.
we don't want to get religious, but
Well,
Yes. And, yeah.
I made my
said that-
comment already.
I'm done here right now.
I've
Yeah.
said this on plenty of podcasts and plenty of different times that Druidic and pagan holidays got bastardized by the Christian faith, like Easter and Christmas and all this other bullshit. It got changed so that it fits their lifestyle, so that they're more acceptable of the Christian life. So yeah. But yeah, that's why we celebrate.
No religion. Nay.
But hey,
I just made it weird. I think I made it weird with German.
Let-
I think I made it.
yeah, nobody don't. Well, for
All right,
once,
anyways, guys, that's why we don't talk about
click
religion,
like and
politics.
subscribe. Send us all your emails. Send us all your comments. Let us know where we're wrong.
Quit being,
Can I get a quick plug?
Yeah, for sure.
plug it up.
BelmontRents.com. Anybody looking for an apartment, we're all over the place, 6 states. Anybody watching this needs a place to live, BelmontRents.com.
If you
got
didn't
you.
catch that and you need it, just DM us. We'll hook you guys up.
Belmont.
Belmont.
Like Belmont County.
Spell it out real quick.
BelmontRents.com. BELMONT.
Okay, one L.
Rents.com.
Yeah. And if you
We'll
can't,
hook you up.
if you can't catch that, just hit me up directly. I'll hook you up. But
He's the pillow of the earth. or whatever.
Talking to motherfucking. You're talking to the next guy. You know.
But yeah, click like and subscribe. Hit him up for apartments anywhere you want to live. Click like and subscribe. Follow us. We'll catch you guys later. Hey, do you have a question for me?
I don't think I really do. Oh, you know what? I do have one.
What's that?
Steve.
Yes,
Fuck
Cody.
yourself. Eric, did you have a damn good time?
I had a damn good time.
Steve, did you have a damn good time? I'm sorry.
I did until then. I'm just kidding.
I had to get you.
I had a damn good time. Hey, Cody, did you have a damn good
I
time?
had a damn good time. I love you, brother.
Love you, Cody. Love you, Eric.
Love you guys.
Till the next time, guys.
We love you, listener.
Click those buttons. Robert lose my shit.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy Saints Pats. Love you. Good night.
Cody, Jesus Christ.
Woo!